Good morning, Year 4. I hope you are okay, and I hope you have had a lovely weekend and a week off. So our new spellings for this term. We are going to look at homophones. Last term, I showed you a video on YouTube, what Mrs Bostock absolutely loves. It's called the Homophone Musical. So if you're at home today online, if you search on YouTube Homophone Musical, and you'll see it. It's very silly, but I like it, and children often like it too. So homophones, what are homophones? So homophones are words that are spelt differently but have the same meaning yet sound the same. So same sound, different meaning. So if we look at here and here, we have got on the side of your on the side of the screen here, you've got here, here, great, ball, male. So they all sound the same, but they are spelt differently and they mean different things. So the first one is here. So, oh, come on over here to see me. Or here, I can hear you. Same with ball. I want to play with a toy ball. Or a ball might be something that you shout very loudly. Anything that's quite loud is a ball to shout. When you are shouting, you are bawling. And then you've got great. So we are great at Wyndham. Yay, we are great. We know that one. But we've also got great that you might grate your cheese with. And then we've got the grate that is in the road. So sometimes in the road, you can see in the gutter, you've got a grate where the water runs underneath the ground from the rainfall off the street. And then you've got male and male. So you male of your letters, our male, a boy. So you can see there are either adverbs, verbs, or adjectives. We've also got some more down at the bottom of the screen. If you have a look underneath our homophone meaning, we've got grown or grown. So when something has grown, so if we put a plant and it grows, that's the grown. Or the other groan is somebody that's making a little deep sound, showing that they're in deep pain, like, oh, I've hurt my knee, or something like that. So that's when you're groaning. A piece and a piece of paper. So when we work at school, we work on pieces of paper in our book. And also peace, where you feel a freedom from disturbance or a state of calmness. We are having a nice, peaceful time at school. Meat or meat, so a piece of meat like your steak or your burgers or your sausages or your McDonald's meat. Or meat, we are going to meet our friends in the park, hopefully very soon. Seen or seen, so when you see something, you have seen a bird flying in the sky, or a scene might be a beautiful landscape like a Christmas scene. So as you can see, we've got lots and lots of different homophones there. So again, we read this. Homophones are words that spelt differently, have the same meanings, yet sound the same. Okay, so my turn, they are spelt differently. Your turn, they have different meanings. Your turn, sound the same. Your turn. Perfect. Okay, let's go on to the next slide. So today, guess what? Hoo-ha, we are going to look learn some new homophones and their meaning. How new learning is practiced. Why? So that we can create a word workout sheet for our homophones. Wonderful. Okay, this screen's rather big. Let me just try and make it a little bit smaller so we can at least watch. That's better, Mrs Bostock. Silly me. Okay, so here, let's go again. No, it's done it again. Silly me. Oh, I'm not doing very well today, am I? It's because I've had a week off and I've forgotten how to do things. Let's just keep it at that, Mrs B. No, we'll go to, oh dear. Oh, I hope you're all laughing at me. That'll do. That's better. We can see it now. So we've just looked at these break no, we haven't. We've looked at a pause in a noun. So when we have a break from something, we're having a break from work. So at school, we have a break time. Okay, and that is a noun, a naming word for a break time. When we break something in half, we are separating it by a blow or a shock or a strain. So when we drop something, it smashes and it breaks. That is a verb. Okay, and then the next break is when you have a moving car and you stop, you use your brakes. So it's something that stops a device from working. So we've got break and break sound the same, spelled differently, and they mean different things. Remember, that's our homophone rule. Next one, not or not, used as a negative. So we are not doing that today. We are doing something else. It's often used as a negative thing. We are not doing something or not going somewhere. And knot is when we are tying a knot. So we might often find our shoelaces have a knot in them. So a fastening made by a loop, string, rope, or similar material. That's a noun. And the verb is to fasten the knot. So when we're doing something, we are doing word or verb, we are fastening the knot to make a tangle. Might even have knots in our hair sometimes. I know Mrs Bostock does. Next one, fair or fair. So to treat people equally is being fair. We are fair when we do not cheat. We are fair when we play nicely with our friends and share. We are also fair, same spelling, but meaning different, is when your hair is a light blonde or a light brown. So you might hear that when I've got fair hair. Next one is when we get onto a bus or we get onto a tram or we get into a taxi, we have to pay a fare. So it's money being paid for a journey. Fair, fair, same sound, different meaning, spelt differently. Next one, heel, heel, heel. So the first one is when we have maybe a graze on our knee and we use a plaster and we hope in time it will heal. So it's a doing word. It is something that is going to be healing. The next one is the back of your foot. At the back of your foot, you have got a heel. That's the naming word, a noun for your heel. And then heel is a contraction of he will or he shall. Okay, and they're the different ones. So there you've got 3 homophones, heel, heel, heel. What do we say? They are spelt differently, they sound the same, but they mean different things. So on this you can see the word snowdrift, a noun. A hill of snow created by the wind. A car could not pass through the snowdrift. Which, if you can see on here, we have got a word, a definition, a sentence, and an image. So the first word is snowdrift, and it's the naming word for a hill of snow created by the wind. And the sentence might be, for example, I've put in the box, the car could not pass through the snowdrift because it created a big, big wall of snow by the wind. So we've got a word, a definition, a sentence, and an image. The next one is avalanche. Again, that's the name for, let's look at the definition, a large amount of ice and snow and rock falling quickly down the side of a mountain. That is what an avalanche is. So if I wanted to write a sentence, I would write the avalanche caused chaos to the village below. And then we have a picture. Okay, so that's a bit of modelling for you, but with different words. I wonder what you're going to have to do today. I bet you can guess. Ta-da! There we go. So you have got to create yourself a little grid if you are at home. In your books, using a ruler, lovely, lovely, nice presentation is what we're looking for. So I would like you to write a word, whichever homophone you want to use, a break or break, let's say, for instance. So you would write, let's do the first one, the B-R-E-A-K. So break, I would write in that. And then the second one, I would write the definition. Now you can use the definition on those slides previous. So if we just sit back and see what the break one was. There we go. So you might write, this is the one we're looking, separate into 2 pieces by blow, shock or strain. So you can use that definition if you want to, or you could use your own. Then you are going to write a sentence with when you break something. Might be that I broke my. What could I have? Something to break. I break my pencil when I drop it on the floor and stamp on it. Not that we would do that, of course we wouldn't. That's probably not a very good example. And then I would draw maybe a pencil broken in half. Okay, so you on here have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You've got 9 there. So I suggest you do, let's say 10, because you've got you've got 2, 4, 6. You've got enough examples there to help you. I hope that makes sense. Again, like I say, you can just whiz back to all the definitions on these slides. Okay. So remember, what is a homophone? What is a homophone? Shall we say it together? A homophone is words that are spelt differently. Words that are spelt differently have different meanings. Your turn. But sound the same. Your turn. Words that are spelled differently have different meanings, yet they sound the same. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. Enjoy your day and stay safe. Bye.